Alcatraz East Crime Museum. So I want to come back and check out and see what's new, what's changed, remind myself what they have. This place was great. Last time I was here, they had the OJ Bronco and all kinds of different things. So let's do this. Daze with Jordan the Lion and you all. It begins right now. Oh, you can see we got somebody trying to escape. I love it. Now I know they have too much good stuff in this place for it to be just one video, so I'm actually going to make this 2 videos. So Brian Barry is my Patreon today that has selected the special Patreon sunglasses. So Brian, I hope you enjoy the next 2 videos from Alcatraz East Crime Museum. When you come in, you always stand in line with all these handcuffs. I love it. Look at this right away. We've got Meyer Lansky's bow tie, famous mob boss. And Mickey Cohen's tie, that blue tie over there. And then this is John Gotti's baseball hat. Gave these away at his Independence Day celebration. There's some medieval torture devices, like a head cage and leg irons. It's a water torture funnel. They pour water down your throat. That's an iron muzzle. You can see that they would put that little tag part right in there in your mouth. And then right here, these are iron tongs used to rip flesh off the skin. Jeez. I mean, rip flesh off the bone. The big one is called a shrew's violin, or the fiddle, put around witches or quarrelsome wives, leading to its name. Held the arms and head of a victim in unnatural positions, and a dungeon padlock. There's a flogging whip from the 18th century, a slave leg iron, and this is depicting or showing the Salem witch trials. So you can do like a photo op, put your head through there if you want. I think I'll pass. Theming to this place is great. I mean, it's not just your normal museum. They really have it kind of like, when we're in the medieval section, it feels medieval. And here we're entering where they're talking about pirates. It kind of looks like piracy, doesn't it? The brass cannon. These were used in the 17th century. And that is a flintlock gun. This says don't look down, so of course we have to. Oh, there's somebody in there. These are old flintlock pistols from the 1650s through 1730s. People like Blackbeard carried those. Look at this. Have pieces of the Spanish lost treasures. Spanish silver dollar. They're talking about some of the famous outlaws. Billy the Kid, the Dalton Gang, and Plains Indian War Clubs. Talking about, you know, the country dealing with the Indians the way they did. Indian police. These are rustler shoes. They would wear them during robberies to throw off their tracks. Make it look like a horse instead of a person. There's a death mask of Pancho Villa. It says this is a Schofield revolver. Wyatt Earp carried a gun like this at the OK Corral. October 26, 1881. You do fast reloads. The entire frame swings down, revealing all 6 chambers. And that gun is the Peacemaker, along with a photo of the Dalton Gang after they had been killed. Which we've actually been to the Dalton Gang hangout. I vlogged that place. These are the James Gang revolvers. Jesse James, Clarence, and Robert Wood Haight. Their mother, Nancy, was a sister of Robert James, father of Frank and Jesse. So they actually used these. It says Wood Haight was shot dead by Robert Ford, 1881, which set in motion Ford also killing Jesse on April 3rd, 1882. These were guns used by the James Gang. A piece of wood is blood-stained floorboards from Jesse James, where Jesse was killed. We've actually been out to his childhood home and everything. And then that is Frank James' walking stick. It says that that is Jesse James' shoulder holster. He used it until his death. And his notebook. Let's see what we have in here. Look, they have a game. I'm not here to play games, I'm here to learn. See crazy death artifacts. This is talking about the distilleries. It says Frankfurt Distillery. During Prohibition, whiskey could still be manufactured for medical uses. Bottle reads for medicinal purposes only. Only for sale. It would be heavy penalties if it was abused. And then that is a bottle capper right there. And they have NASCAR legend Junior Johnson, who was jailed in 1956 for having a moonshine still. And that's a Prohibition badge, Bureau of Prohibition, and a copper moonshine still. The door behind here is a speakeasy door from Prohibition. You can see that's where they would open it up. Sliding peepholes. This was one from Cleveland, Ohio. It says this is a drawing by Machine Gun Kelly, pencil sketch. And of course, it's of a gun. That's John Dillinger's death mask, and it looks like they have like one of his hairs, like an eyelash or eyebrow or something, hair in there. One of the original 4 plaster casts of Dillinger that was made while his body was at Cook County Morgue. So this is an original. Because a professor from Morsheim College of Embalming snuck in with his students and made a latex mold of Dillinger's face. When caught by a policeman who confused the mold, a student named Marjorie McDougal flirted with the officer while the others quickly made another mold. It was from that mold that the eyebrow hair seen here was retrieved and this plaster cast was made. The second cast also shows a bullet exit wound under the eye. Oh yeah, I see that. Dillinger's death photo back there. This is a wooden gun that he used up here, like a little fake gun that he used to escape. And then his mugshot photo. And there's a Thompson era machine gun, the Tommy gun. This case is all Bonnie and Clyde. So they have Frank Hamer's Masonic ring. He was the man that actually ended up killing him. They just, they just got tired of dealing with him, and they're like, by any means necessary, basically. So then this shadow box is a death archive of things from their death, it says. After they died, passerby swarmed their car, raiding it for souvenirs. These are pieces that someone collected from the car site where they were shot up. It's Clyde Barrow's membership card to the Metropolitan Recreation Club in Dallas, which is where he and Bonnie are both buried. So this is Blanche Barrow's stuff. These are her hairpins and her typewriter, and it says that she was the third wife of Clyde's older brother, Buck Barrow, and she participated in a lot of the robberies for quite a while. One of the bullets here says that struck Pretty Boy Floyd when he was killed in Ohio in 1934. John Dillinger's payroll check, or his payroll record. Short-lived 4-day stint with the Indianapolis Power Company for 30 cents an hour. Oh, and this is one of the true highlights of coming here. The Scarface Uzi from the movie. Uzi 9mm submachine gun used in the filming of 1983's movie Scarface. Chino carried this gun. A scene where drug soldiers sent by Alejandro Sosa arrive at his mansion. One of the most recognizable props in history. Say hello to my little friend. John Gotti's mass card from when he died. And then this wooden bowl is talking about the cherry tree. 1939, Al Capone was treated for syphilis at Union Memorial Hospital in Baltimore. In gratitude for the care, he donated 2 Japanese cherry trees to the hospital. While one of the trees still stands, lost its limb in 2010, which was then used to make these mementos sold for charity. That's awesome. Model Colt MK3 snub-nose revolver was carried by James Caan's character Sonny Corleone. 1972 movie The Godfather. And then this is the .357 Magnum from The Godfather. Lenny Montana. Role of Luca Brasi carried this pistol as he prepared for the meeting with Virgil the Turk Sollozzo. Wow, the real deals. Real prop movie guns. Luca Brasi. Sonny Corleone. Here we have some original matchbooks from the Flamingo, Bugsy Siegel's club, first club out in Vegas. And then here they have some melted nickels from the El Rancho. It says in 1960 the hotel burned to the ground. It was never rebuilt. It says that it's believed that $417,000 worth of coins melted. The green tile is from Al Capone's bathroom at his Lexington Hotel headquarters. And that was one of his, looks like Meyer Lansky's razors. Golden razor. These are souvenirs from Al Capone's various offices around Chicago. The Alton, the Metropole, and Lexington hotels. That is a brick that was shot up during the St. Valentine's Day Massacre. And here's one of the clips that they found. And a bullet. That's Mickey Cohen's suit and hat. And behind are some bullets attested to John Gotti. That's the very bottom. We got robberies, hoaxes, frauds in this room. Oh, that's cool, the D.B. Cooper story, where he got a ransom while he was on board and jumped, and they've never found him. Found some of the money, but never found out who it was exactly. This case is talking about when Doris Duke's art was stolen. This is 1941, 24-year-old John Stromick stole 3 paintings from the New Jersey estate. Doris Duke, famous tobacco heirs, he sent them a ransom note demanding $50,000 for the paintings. Unfortunately for him, the paintings were only worth about $8,000. Here is his ransom note. Here's part of his instructions from the ransom. Here's the guy that did it. Here they actually have something of Monica Lewinsky's. It says that after years of public shame, she almost couldn't even get a job. So she ended up having to basically just lean into her notoriety by releasing a handbag line. And they were reversible handbags. Her name and everything that she designed and got them in high-end stores for a short time, but says it was just a short-lived project. Now it says that she is an advocate, speaks out against bullying, anti-bullying. And I actually met her when I was in the catering business at a party, and she was one of the nicest people you could meet. I was really shocked. She was actually very friendly and very nice to everyone. A failed buyout deal with a competitor, Enron Corporation filed for bankruptcy. Many of the executives who helped keep the practices hidden says that they had a myriad of malpractices when they were audited, using accounting loopholes and misreporting their finances. The corporation was able to hide all this while they were trying to sell it, and then when it didn't sell, they filed for bankruptcy. And then of course Bernie Madoff, the Madoff pyramid scheme. They have his master key to his offices for the lipstick building. Some of the swag he used to give away. He ripped off a lot of people, including Sandy Koufax. A birthday note he wrote to his son Andy. Looks like from jail. It says this is like a toy snake that they auctioned off. They just auctioned everything of the Madoffs off to try and get money to support the victims. So this was something they auctioned off. And one of his fudged investment statements. The serial killers. Wow, John Wayne Gacy's leather jacket. Wow. It's creepy. There's his wallet with his Radio Shack card and everything. His Hertz rental car. This is all Gacy stuff. All the way down to his typewriter. He also had a typewriter. And then this is his clown kit. Makeup kit and everything. Oh, that is so creepy. Wrote his name on the inside of it. And the actual clown costumes. That is insane. That is the pizza bomber stuff. The gun cane and the neck thing that they put around that poor guy's neck. These are replicas of them. 'Cause I believe they had to, literally had to, like, I'm not gonna say it. This was so sad. They basically constructed this idea of robbing a bank, and they needed someone to put this bomb around their neck, so they got a pizza delivery guy and trapped him and put it around his neck. And that's the poor guy they did it to, Brian Douglas Wells. Poor guy. This is talking about the University of Texas tower sniper. They have the gun. Charles Whitman says brought this rifle to the tower August 1st, 1966. He'd served in the Marines and trained as a sniper. Gosh. That's one of the shell casings from the shooting. They've got Tex Watson's fingerprints from the Manson family. Boston Strangler, Albert DeSalvo, killed 13 victims. Jewelry pieces were made by DeSalvo while incarcerated at Massachusetts Correctional Facility. He made a switchblade? Oh, they said they found it on his person in 1973 after he was stabbed to death. So he made all that. Here they have a couple items at Ted Bundy's, including a picture of his car, and the car is here. These are Ted Bundy's dental castings. After Bundy's capture, investigators obtained a search warrant for dental impressions of Bundy's teeth after he refused voluntarily, because it said they found odd bite marks on one of the victim's buttocks. And it says this is a typewriter that he used while awaiting trial for the Chi Omega murders. Bundy insisted on representing himself, although he was still appointed a public defender to help him with the case. Michael Minerva loaned Bundy this typewriter, which he then used to write a brief against Minerva and his other lawyers, stating that they were not adequately representing him. And here they have Jeffrey Dahmer's prison glasses. You see in the photo, he's wearing some glasses. Those are the ones right there. God, that's creepy. Killed 17 people that we know of. And ate and dismembered and everything else. Horrible. Autograph page from Jeffrey Dahmer. Said he would get a lot of mail from females. People would send him money and things like that. This was a receipt for him receiving 5 postcards. And these were his handcuffs. They were used to move him from his housing unit to the victim room while incarcerated at Columbia Correctional Institute in Wisconsin. And that is Charles Manson's acoustic guitar, seized from the Barker Ranch. That is crazy, because of course that's the story, is that this all came down to him wanting to be a musician and not getting accepted by the Beach Boys. Wow. They said they obtained this October 12th, 1969, when Manson was arrested. Crazy stuff. This says this is Ed Gein's tooth, that he sent it to someone. It says on the note, it says, I wasn't expecting a visit with the dental office, but when the call came in, it saved me the trouble. This tooth had been troubling me for some time now, and it is no longer. There, he signed it. This is Aileen Wuornos fingerprints, the original ones. And a baseball signed by Charles Manson. Weird. Along with a piece of artwork by Charles Manson. This is talking about the kidnapping of Adam Walsh, and that's what ended up starting the America's Most Wanted TV show. That's an award that John Walsh won for the show. So this is all about the mass shooting at Columbine, and it's a yearbook, and it's they actually have one of the girls who managed to survive her backpack. They had it in evidence, and then they finally gave it back to her, and she continued using it out of kind of like a memorial to those who were killed. They remade the Unabomber's shed here. It's a replica of the American Airlines 444 bomb that he made. Books from his collection, including Les Miserables. Some of his tools. Saws for making all this stuff. There they actually have his Bible. Look at that. Jeez. And of course they're talking about hate groups like the KKK, showing the robes. Alright my friends, we're going to stop the video here because there's a lot more to see, and it will be in a second video. So thank you all for watching. Thank you Brian Barry for being a Patreon. I will be sending you these sunglasses in the mail, and we'll see you all next video. Have a great night, and goodbye.